Gauteng Traffic Police have expressed concern about people leaving trips to the last minute. They've noted a trend of people cutting it fine to get home just before the 9 p.m. curfew. In the meantime, the traffic police are expecting roads to become more congested as more holidaymakers are heading back to Gauteng. Now, the N1 is expected to be very busy, as is the N4, the N3 and the N12. Motorists have been urged to stick to the rules of the road, as most accidents this festive season have been due to unsafe overtaking, reckless driving and driving under the influence of alcohol. They've also warned pedestrians against using busy roads in the dark. Well, let's stay with the story, and we're joined now by our reporter Linda Mnisi. He is on the N1. Linda, good afternoon to you. So tell us exactly where it is near that toll gate you are, and lots of traffic behind you.
Indeed, Cody, lots and lots of traffic behind me, but also a lot of cars also waiting in line to pass through the Carousel Toll Plaza. It's in Pretoria, Hammanskraal to be exact, and most of the cars that are coming here are coming from the direction of Limpopo. You'll remember just last week, the Premier in the province, David Makura, was here to ensure that there is, of course, that smooth operation of making sure that there is abidance of the law, but also you'll remember that there's issues around, COVID-19 testing facilities that are here. We know that, police, what they do is they search these vehicles, ask all the commuters to step out, they're screened thoroughly, and those who present symptoms or have a high temperature are then referred to the testing facilities that are here. But as you can see, all these cars are moving to the toll gate, and officers are slowly coming back to the road. This after the heavy rain that came pouring down just a couple of minutes ago, or just 30 minutes ago. But I'm going to speak to Obed Sibasa, who's the Gauteng Traffic Officer spokesperson. Thank you so much for your time, Mr. Sibasa. We see a lot of traffic. It seems the law will need to take its course, but also most importantly, take us through how this operation has been.
Good afternoon, Linda, and afternoon to the viewers. Yes, indeed, it is hectic, as you can see from where we are. Your N1 from Limpopo, that is, we're counting close to 1,005 motor vehicles per hour. The same, the N3 from Durban, as well as the N4 from Mpumalanga. Slightly busy on your N4 from Northwest, as well as your N12, N17. Yes, all hands on deck. It's a collective effort. This is a safer festive season, multidisciplinary law enforcement operations, where you'll find Home Affairs, Immigration is here, SAPS is here, Department of Health is here. So that means we must go all out as Gauteng Traffic Police to ensure that motor vehicle going through, they are being stopped, inspected, as well as the drivers do have necessary documents with regard to be on a public road.
There's a lot of concerns around people traveling just after the curfew. I mean, what have you been able to note around this time specifically?
To be honest with you, majority of Gautengers are complying with regard to curfew. Yes, there are, a few of, road users who think they'll do as they wish on our roads. Indeed, we have arrested a number of them. Like, for example, yesterday, we arrested 10 drivers for driving under the influence of alcohol. A lady was arrested in Joburg for transporting alcohol. And, we know that is banned. And imagine if you're going to get a person that is going to test alcohol reading 1.10, way above the alcohol limit. The question is, alcohol is banned, where do they get alcohol? 2, we have arrested the number of drivers for speeding. Yesterday, we arrested a driver traveling at 232 kilometers per hour on the N4 and on a 120 zone, a potential killer. Imagine traveling at 232 kilometers per hour on a 120 zone. What is going to happen should we be involved in an accident? It is going to be a fatal one and disturbing. Innocent people are going to be killed by arrogant, irresponsible, drunk drivers, speedsters.
Let's speak about, you speak about protecting other commuters and people that are on the road around this time. Yesterday, we had an opportunity to speak to the police, and they indicated that about 80 of their members tested positive during these operations, and 5 have already died from COVID-19. From your department, how many have tested positive? Do you have any deaths so far?
So far, I know of 5 of our colleagues that have tested positive, and they are self-isolating. We still have to collate numbers. Once numbers have been collated, they will be out or released for, public or media consumption. 2, yes, we have lost during this month 2 of our officers due to COVID-19. Indeed, it is disturbing. However, we are encouraged, and it is our responsibility to ensure that, we screen, we test. Like, for example, I've just tested 2 days ago. I've tested for COVID, and hopefully, results are going to be positive. And to colleagues that are self-isolating, we're wishing them, as Gauteng Traffic Police, Community Safety, a speedy recovery.
All right, there you have it. Obert Sibasa, Gauteng Traffic Police, a spokesperson, police, speaking about the challenges that they're coming across, as they make sure that these operations are, well coordinated, essentially, saying that there are quite a few people that are breaking the law, but they're making sure that they are bringing those to book. He also indicates that, Gauteng residents have been really abiding by the regulations of the curfew. So they haven't been seeing, a lot of, disobedience really in that sense.
Linda Mnisi, thank you very much for that update.